Hi, guys. Thanks for being on. We're excited to have you tonight. I'm going to be letting people in here. I see some new faces, some faces that I recognize too. I know it's a weird night, guys, and we've pushed this call a couple times, unfortunately. So I apologize with some of the corporate calls coming up, and then I didn't want to overlap those. And we also didn't want to give you guys too many calls at once in one night. So we may have a decent amount of people on tonight. We may not. We'll definitely have the recording for any of your team, anyone that is not on tonight. No worries. We'll definitely get out a recording so you guys can circulate it to them if they weren't here. But I appreciate you guys hopping on in the middle of the week. I know Wednesday kind of feels like a weird night to do a call, but it actually is our start of the week. It's Wednesday's a weird kind of, I guess, end of the week and then start of the week, but here we are. It's usually what they call it, hump day or whatever it's called, but apparently we're not hump day anymore. We're beginning of the week on a Wednesday. Like get two Mondays. Well, I'm going to introduce you guys to someone that I have grown very, very fond of very recently. I think that we're chit-chatting quite often throughout the day. Two ladies are going to kind of open up the call for you guys today. They're going to give you some different tips and tricks and things that are going on with their team. Sarah has been in the industry for over a decade. So she's like basically a dinosaur in MLM world. It's like dog years. I think MLM ages us all like 7 years. So it's like she's like a 70-year-old in MLM at this point. And she is a leader and she's been a leader in two different companies previously. She's actually a high school teacher still also. And so she knows how to crack the whip on those kids. So she's up in Canada, which I think is so fun and exciting. We've got a bunch of Canadians on tonight, so we're excited to have her here. She is a mom to a 2 and a 3-year-old, so she's in toddler crazy over at her house all the time. And so I'm excited to bring on Sarah.
Yeah, you're the best, Stacey. I just adore you. So thank you for the lovely introduction. I've been in the industry for a long time. This is as like I've said to every single person I have talked to, which I don't know if it's a recruiting tactic or not in this dinosaur industry apparently that I'm in. But I'm very clear that this is the last thing I do. This is the last dance. This is the last network marketing company, whatever you want to call Shoply. This is the absolute last dance. For me, I am someone who, not that I just don't see the vision of doing one company anymore. I want to do it all. I want to do all the companies and all the products and share things that I love with my audience because I do that anyways, but I'm not compensated for it. You are coming into an opportunity where you are going to be compensated for sharing things that you love. And you're being paid in like a gazillion different ways. Like, I don't even think most of you on this call even know all the ways that you can potentially be paid to do this like different like to do this business. It's mind-blowing to me the way they've structured it. The amount of calls I've had with Stacy talking to leaders, vendors, all the things, right? And it's just like every time I hear it, it's like, okay, this makes sense. And it makes sense to others. And I don't feel nervous at all approaching everybody and anybody about this because everybody and anybody should be doing this no matter what their level is, whether they want to come in and be a shopper, whether they want to come in and sell a little bit and make some extra money, whether they want to come in and build, whether they want to bring on their business. Like there's so many avenues that this literally is the only company I've ever seen that's for everyone. So I want to introduce you to like a absolute firecracker rock star, my new bestie of besties. So she's been in this industry and we just ironically met through this, even though we were in the same last company. I had never even heard this girl's name because apparently I had blinders on until Shoply came about. And then we realized we had a gazillion things in common. We've been in two of the same companies. We know a lot of the same people and we just kind of connected. So Candice Lasharity is a freaking powerhouse on our team who I like, how many influencer pros have we brought in? Like 24, 25, 27?
27.
It's crazy. Like she's literally, her team is exploding. And, that doesn't surprise me at all with her background in this industry. She's also a dinosaur like me because we're apparently dinosaurs together. I'm pretty sure we started maybe the same company, same year, unless you did a company before me.
No, I think we did actually. It would have been 2014.
Yep.
Like
Yep,
10
and we
years, yeah,
literally didn't know each other till like 2 months ago. Isn't that crazy? That's
crazy.
how dinosaur our industry is.
Yeah.
So, Candace, why did you join Shoply? Like, tell everybody why are you loving everything we're doing right now?
I think it's kind of like the same as what you said. Like when you've been in the industry for a long time, and say you've built organizations or you're marketing or you're offering things on your social media and you're not being compensated for it. When I was approached with this, it took a minute and then the light bulb went off and the word that always rings true to me is that word freedom. I'm like, I can't believe it. I could have everything under one umbrella. Like if that doesn't mean anything, like it's when you're building a team and then the bottom falls out. Like how many times have you had that happen in this organization? I've just had it. So coming to Shoply, I was like, oh my gosh, you can build and everybody can do whatever genre, whatever they like, whatever suits them. They don't get that, oh, I want to do health and wellness over here. And then I want to go to beauty. And then I want to go to home decor. I want to go this, where you're constantly on that hamster wheel. That was the piece that I was tired of. I was tired of that. I didn't want to do it anymore. I loved the vendor piece of this. I thought that that was brilliant. Like that anything that's not on this platform, we have the opportunity to go and find and bring it on ourselves. So, when I heard about that influencer pro position, I just thought this is brilliant. And again, like I know we laugh and we say we are dinosaurs in the industry, but this has never been done before. So when you see something like this and you think, oh my gosh, it's so new, it's so innovative, it's so fresh, and it's global. I've never had the opportunity to truly be with a company that was global. My family loves to travel. Like we're here, we're there, we're Mexico, we're in, wherever. I want to be able when people say, what do you do for a living? This is what I do. And do you want to do it with me? Whereas I just haven't had that opportunity to be able to do that. So, when I heard about Shoply, it was a no-brainer freedom, just the flexibility, all the different avenues, and being able to have a little piece of it for everybody, the beginner, the veteran, the business owner, whatever you want. There was a piece of it for everybody. And I thought, oh, it's amazing. It's amazing.
And we'll just throw it back to you, Stacy, and you can continue with your call.
Oh, well, thank you guys. Thanks for starting us off. I appreciate I want to say fellow Canadians, but I'm not a Canadian, so it's not fellow, but my fellow North Americans, whatever you want to call that. Thanks you guys for starting us off. Great. Love you guys and I appreciate you. Okay, so today I'm not going to keep you guys for too long, and then we have mindset training from someone who is like the mindset guru. So I'm very, very excited for you guys to hear from her. So the couple things that have been coming up that I thought we needed to talk about were the affiliates. What does that mean? What do they do for a business? Why should you be recruiting affiliates like crazy? And so I think we should start with the community bonus side, right? So how do you get paid from community bonus? And what does that mean? And how do the affiliates affect that, right? So in the community bonus, which is one of the 8 ways that we get paid, the community bonus side of it is sorry, I'm letting some people in. I should have made someone a co-host. Stephanie, I'm going to make you a co-host really quick so that you can man the admitting and just let people in for me. Co-host, there we go, perfect. Okay. And so if you think about like your node, right? So we have 797,000 nodes in our community. You make up one position. So a node is an influencer or an influencer pro only. Those are the only people that can be a node in your community. The node value is based off of your family. And you can think of your family as affiliates, vendors, and yourself. And so that's your family. Your value for your node is the subscriptions of those 3 buckets, I guess, those 3 family members. So the more affiliates that you have, if let's say, so our subscription is 40, right? So our $40, and then if you have a vendor or a global vendor, they're 149, is that right? I may be lying about the global one, but I know the domestic one is 100. Then if you have affiliates, you guys, every single affiliate that you bring on, and remember, it's free for them to join, they will account for $10 every single one of them. So imagine if you had, let's say, 10 affiliates, which I think it's a drop in the bucket, I think, for all of us to just get 10 affiliates, 10 people that are willing to come into something for free and share a few things and maybe make their money back, if not more. So I think the ability for us to talk 10 people in to doing that, it should be a standard for all of us, right? 10 affiliates. Then that increases your node value by $100, just those 10. So if you think in blocks of 10, 10, 20, 30, you're increasing your node value by $100 every single time you do that. What that means is everyone, if we're teaching our entire teams to do that, we're increasing the node value that you're getting paid off of exponentially every single month. And that's just the free people. But all of the community bonus, the payments for the community bonus are based off subscriptions. So that's the easiest way to think about that in terms of how am I getting paid? It's all subscriptions. So who is making a subscription in your team and which family do they belong to? And that accounts for the node value. And so the more that we can increase the node value, your community bonus paycheck will be higher. Do nodes only apply to influence? So the node is influencers or influencer pros only. That's who makes up every single node. Within the node, you have your affiliates and you also have your vendors. They are not in their own node. They're in your node with you. They're your family. They're your kids. You can't get rid of them. You can't sell them. You can't kick them out. They're your family. They're your kids, right? So you're the parent. Influencers, influencer pros, we are the parent. And then underneath us are the affiliates, and within our family in our node value are our affiliates and our vendors. Those are our kids. And so if you think about it from that standpoint, getting as many affiliates as we can and getting them to pay that subscription is going to increase the value for us, for everybody in our team. So that needs to be one of the practices and that muscle that we have to start now on to having that conversation with affiliates. And so the question then becomes, how do we equip ourselves with the right conversation to bring those affiliates in? And so what we're going to do is we're going to try to do it tomorrow, but I can't get all of the slides and everything ready for tomorrow, unfortunately, and I just can't launch it. So what we're going to do is on Monday, we're going to do an opportunity Zoom for our group only. And it's going to be a front end heavy affiliate conversation, which means it will be social media driven. It will be, what does the industry look like right now? Why should you be choosing Shoply? What are the advantages and what are the reasons? What are the things that make us different than every other social selling network that they have available to them right now? And then what is the cost of coming in? What is the subscription per month? And how do I make my money back? And so it will highlight all of those different things for affiliates and be incredibly, incredibly specific to the affiliate conversation. That should be about the first 15, I'm hoping not more than 20 minutes. I'm going to try to get one of the super vendors, Brian Breach, to come on because he is super social media savvy. He has a great pulse on the industry, and have him speak to all of the people that you guys are bringing on, and then hoping to get a really good clean recording of the affiliate conversation that we can break apart and utilize as a recruiting tool for all of our affiliates that we're looking to get. And then what we'll do is we'll transition with like a quick, like very, very short transition to then the influencer conversation. And what that will look like is if everything that you heard on the affiliate side you like, and you're interested in making even more money than just the direct bonus and just the social selling side of this, there's another aspect of this that you need to listen to. And then it'll be the second half will be kind of more the influencer pro conversation that we're all used to hearing, that we've seen on those snapshots that corporate has done. And so it'll be a little bit more of that on the second side of it. Affiliates will be welcome to sit on and listen. I'm hoping that some of them are like, I'll listen, and then go, oh, that's interesting. I didn't think about that side of it. And I might be interested in actually becoming an influencer pro. And then we can also, so the conversation for influencer pros will be the whole recording. And then the conversation just for affiliates will be that front end piece. And so we're going to kind of try to get two pieces of it And then I'm going to see if Nick's available to close out the call on Monday and be able to speak to all of our people and get a clean recording of that as well. So that's the goal is on Monday is I want you guys to really try to heavily recruit for that time. I'm going to get out a time. I'll get out a flyer separately for that once I secure and make sure that the speakers are able to be on. And then we'll get that out and promote that. What we'll probably try to do is at least one, maybe two of those per week, just so we have something live going on. And then we'll get a really clean recording that we can then utilize and get out if people can't actually be on that call. So that's the plan moving forward for the next week. And I do actually have a slide that I can show you that has the calendar on it as well. And I'll do that kind of towards the end. The other piece that I wanted to kind of make sure I talked about with you guys was pay cycles. So now that people are starting to kind of get paychecks, these are the pay cycles. Now I'm going to give you a big caveat warning. I did this. I sent it to Nick to just verify that I wasn't a liar, and he's been busy and hasn't gotten back to me. So I'm about 99% sure that what I'm telling you guys is 100% correct. But if it's not, I absolutely will correct this. I'll highlight it in yellow and I'll put it in our Telegram thread to make sure I'm giving you the correct information. But I think I'm pretty much on because I pulled it from also the, what do you want to call it? The incentive plan. So basically, you guys, the easiest way to think about it is your quick, fast money is going to be basically all the people that you bring in. So that's your weekly paychecks are the people that you've enrolled and then the things that you've directly sold. So it's the things that are closest to you. So things that you have control over, you get paid the fastest and with the highest frequency. So those are going to be your direct bonuses. Your direct bonuses are the things that you are going to be selling from the Shoply marketplace. Anytime you sell something, you'll get a direct bonus for it, whether you're an affiliate or an influencer pro. It's also the license bonuses, which is anytime you bring in an influencer or an influencer pro, the bonus that you get from bringing in those individuals, you'll get paid weekly on those as well. Our weekly pay cycle is from Wednesday at 12:01 p.m., a.m. all the way through to Tuesday at midnight, which is a weird weekly cycle in my opinion, but it's just, that's why I said Wednesday is like 2 Mondays, because Wednesday is actually the start of our commission cycle on a weekly pay. And then you'll get paid off of that weekly cycle the following Thursday. So for instance, today, so we closed the pay cycle last night, since it's Wednesday. The pay cycle that just closed, we won't get paid tomorrow, we'll get paid next Thursday. So it's always a trailing week behind. So it's just easy just to think about, you get paid the following Thursday. I think the pay for week 3 actually came out today. So in some weeks, if they get it done early, I think they will pay it early on like a Wednesday rather than a Thursday. But just know that it should be expected actually on those Thursdays. The bi-monthly, which is our community bonus and community bonus check match, the cycles for those are the 1st through the 15th. So that's cycle number 1. Cycle number 2 is the 16th to the end of the month. What that means is you will get paid the community bonus check based off of when the subscription hits the account. Okay. So if you enroll on August 24th, the first time you'll pay a subscription will be September 24th. So your subscription node value would increase on cycle 2, and then you would get paid on that, or the people that you're in their community would get paid on the second Thursday after that commission period closes. So that would be September 30th, whatever the next Thursday is, 2 Thursdays after that closed, which is usually roughly 7 to 10 days after, or 8 to 10 days after, is when you'll get paid on that cycle, if that makes sense. So just know the easiest way to think about it is it probably won't go more than 10 days because that's the way that Thursdays fall. So the 1st through the 15th, you'll get paid 10 days after. The 16th through the end of the month, you'll get paid 10 days after, okay? The monthly payments are the community commissions, the marketplace commissions, vendor development bonus, and vendor development check match. The marketplace commissions are the check that you'll receive when anyone within your team sells something and the commissionable volume flows up through the waves and you're getting paid on those waves. That's the marketplace commissions. And that's what you will get paid on as a monthly check. So at the close of every month, whatever has flown through gone through your organization as commissionable volume, you will get a check for that at the end of the month. That's also paid the second Thursday after the end of the commission period closes. Vendor development bonus is that 3% royalty that's available to influencer pros only. So you get the vendor development bonus and also the check match for anyone that you've brought in and they have a vendor, you're getting a check match on them. Those are all paid monthly. And then the last one is the global marketplace pool, which is the upper level ranks receive shares out of the transact fee that the vendors pay. There's a portion of that that gets earmarked for the pool. You'll get shares based off of the months that you rank up into that correct rank, that you get shares for it, and then it gets paid at the end of the year. And so those are kind of the 8 ways that you get paid, and then the corresponding times. I will make sure that this gets screenshot and I'll put the PDF in the Telegram group for you guys so you have that and you are able to utilize that. If any of this changes, like I said, for any reason, if I was off by a little bit, I will highlight it in yellow and make sure to include that as well so that you guys know that I lied to you and that this is the new one and I'll replace it. So, but hopefully that helps clear up any of those confusion. I know it's very confusing because there's a lot of different ways that you get paid. But hopefully this helps. I'm going to stop there and see if there's any questions that you guys have. Let's kind of maybe try to limit it to the pay and the pay cycles and things like that, or any leaders. If you have anything that you know I'm lying about, please feel free to speak over me and tell everyone I lied to them.
No, thank you. Awesome. Thank you for explaining.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyone else? All right. Okay. The last thing that I have before I introduce someone amazing is the 2 videos that I did do. I'm hoping that this sound will not play because it's going to be. Can you hear that or no?
As a service is to
You can't hear it? Okay.
not only the uniting of humanity
Yes.
worldwide, but to compound a union of our financial success.
Yeah,
Dynasty isn't just a company, it's a
they're
revolutionary.
both playing at the same time. All right. Okay, so these are the 2 templates that I did for you guys. They're actually set up and in the Telegram now. So if you go to the Telegram, the Dynasty chat, and then you go to general, that's where I try to link everything. If you look at the pinned messages, there will be a Google folder that I put up there that says welcome templates. And these videos are now in there. They won't have Tim's face and Odie's face on there. They're just the template for you guys to utilize. And what you'll do is you'll overlay a picture of whoever you're welcoming on your team over this with their name, and then you would post it and tag them on social media, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, whatever. And what these will serve as, or yourself. So if you are, I wouldn't post it for myself because that feels a little bit strange. But I would have my upline post it and then tag me in it because they're welcoming me to the team and to Shopley. Obviously, some people don't want it to be posted because they're either incognito or they don't. So I would always make sure and clear that with them and make sure they're good with it because you have to get their picture anyways. But what this will do is serve as like a little bit of a drip, I guess, on the people that see this. They'll go, oh, that's really cool. What is this? What are you doing? And so it's kind of like the first way of going public and sharing with people what it is that you're doing in a way that's a little bit different than you posting about, just posting the regular video. And so we'll try it and see if you guys get any traction with it. I will do a couple more that don't have a video behind it, so you can use it as just a static image. And then I'll probably do one more with a different video. I tried to get like 2 different feels so that it had like a little bit of a different message on them. And then the other thing is I will do a quick tutorial on the program that I used to overlay the image on the top, just so that you guys have that as an option to be able to do. So those are already in Telegram if you guys wanted to use those. Okay, I'm going to transition to our weekly mindset. And this is another one of our Canadians that's coming to you guys, and she is phenomenal. She is an incredible, incredible leader. She is someone that has an amazing head on her shoulders. She thinks incredibly logically at a high emotional level as well. And I've been so impressed with the way that she leads, the way that her perspective on how she looks at things. She's so on top of it. She's been a leader in the industry. And so I was very excited to have her on to speak to you guys tonight and do a little bit of mindset training with you. And are you Ottawa or are you Toronto?
Ottawa.
Ottawa. Okay, so she's coming to you from Ottawa in Canada, and this is Stephanie Stevens.
Hi, thank you so much, Stacy. Oh my gosh. I really appreciate this so much. She asked me to come on and talk about mindset. I'm like, this is like my jam, but I gotta condense it in like 5 minutes. But yeah, coming at you from Ottawa, Canada, which is the capital. This is where the parliament is. And it's funny that I live in a government town, yet I do nothing with government. So it's a beautiful thing. And everything that we're talking about right now, everything that we've been talking, that Stacy has been sharing here, is about, and even Sarah and Candace has also touched on this, and this is the beauty of our industry, right? I met Sarah because of this industry. I met Candace because of this industry. We're all in this room together because of this industry. And I used to be a girl that would never ever step outside my comfort zone ever, because I was too afraid. I had anxiety and I was always fearful of what people would think, right? And you nailed it, Stacy. I'm very highly emotional because I get really involved in my, you know, the things that I commit to. And many of you as well, we treat this industry like our baby. It really is our family. We do this to support our family, but it becomes a part of you. And people always ask, you know, how many hours do you work? Well, I don't know, because I love what I do and I do it in pockets of time. That's the beauty of what we do. And so when you connect with like-minded people, really the only people that understand what we do is each other. That's it. And so there are times people are like, oh, you're always on your phone, or you're doing this, or you're doing calls, or you're doing Zooms. I'm like, yeah, but I love it. And I'm in full control. So what came to me is that I used to be a girl that was so afraid stepping out of my comfort zone. I wanted to be a school teacher, but the minute I heard I had to go to teachers college, I was like, I'm out, because I don't want to present. I don't want to be in front of my peers. I don't want to be judged. And now I'm on Zooms talking to strangers and people I've never met. It's funny how the universe comes back to you all the time. But the thing is, when you push yourself outside your comfort zone, that is when the growth starts to happen. And this industry has been something that has taught me more about who I am and about what is truly important to me. It has brought my core values at front and center. And you know, it can be bumpy. You guys know this. We can get really bumpy, and you can get some really ugly things that you can see in this industry. But that is what teaches us, because everything happens for you, not to you. Every single situation you have been in, whether in this industry or in your life, comes at you to teach you something. And I truly believe that Shopley came into my life because it was for me. And the timing on this, you guys, was impactful. Every single one of us here was given an opportunity to take a look at something that no one else knew about. Say, hey, take a look at this. Hey, take a look at this. That is not a coincidence. There's a reason why this came to you, and there's a reason why you went, huh, and I'm going to take a deeper dive. And you started to connect the dots. This is because it's meant to happen to you. Now, here's the thing. When we go through these and we take a leap of faith, we have to really lean into trust, and you have to lean into belief, because a lot of what we're doing, whether we have experience or not, we're leaning into trust, because we know that what's on the other side of that door is beautiful and magical and golden, but we still haven't experienced it. We still haven't seen what's on the other side of the door. So that can be really challenging when you know it, I know it, but how do we show that to everybody else? And so that's where things can get tricky. And a really quick story about me is that I came from another company. I was doing very well. I left a very, very lucrative paycheck, but I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy, and it was struggle after struggle after struggle. And I was very pigeonholed, where I can only sell this product with this company. I had no controls of the changes that were coming. I had no controls about the countries that were being dropped. I had no controls of the commissions. I had no control of really anything. And I was suffering because I wasn't able to lead in the way that I love. And so when you start to, there's a saying that I have written down. I hope I can find it. It's about disease. When our bodies and our minds and our souls are at disease, we start to cause disease in our bodies. So when your mind, body, and soul is no longer at peace, your body will actually start to react. So a lot of the time, stress is the number one thing that can cause your body to react. And then it just duplicates and it goes everywhere else. And so if you truly are not feeling at peace where you are, sometimes you need to step outside your comfort zone. And I got an opportunity to take a look at this, and everything in my soul said, girl, you got to go all in. Got to go all in. And there can be a lot of noise and a lot of distraction and a lot of things coming at you. Go, why would you leave? You have such an amazing, potential. You've built so much in 2.5 years. This has been your world. You've made it to the tippity top. You've done very well financially. Why would you leave? That's so crazy. You don't even know what's on the other side. You don't even have a website. There's not even a programming. There's nothing to showcase. Why would you do that? But everything in my soul told me that I needed to be here. And so I took a leap of faith. I literally jumped and hoped that the parachute opened and I went all in. And every single one of us here believes in a little bit of that. But what can be challenging is when you hear the noise and the people coming at you. And you guys know that the one thing that's going to push you to your limits in your growth mindset is you literally pushing yourselves to the very end and just powering through, because what doesn't knock you down will make you stronger. And it's all happening for a reason. It's all pushing you outside your comfort zone as opposed to shutting down and retreating. Because when you shut down and retreat, everything that was meant to be in line with you in this path will stop. It's like you're standing at a stop sign and life's happening around you. Wouldn't you rather be walking down the path while life is continuing to happen? Because if you keep on walking, eventually the sky will turn blue, the clouds will part, the birds will chirp, and yes, there'll be thunderstorms and tornadoes and hurricanes. All that will happen, but you got to keep moving. You just got to keep moving. And what we have our hands on, you guys, when I sit in the quiet and I ignore the haters, the people that tell me this is crap, that this is a scam, it's a pyramid scheme, you're crazy to do this, there's not even a website, you're getting all of the things that happen, right? And I know I can say that because we've all heard it. No matter where we've been, we've heard some of it. But if I were to put that all away and lean into trust and lean into each other and lean into the faith that I know I got my hands on something magical, it won't matter when those things come at you. Because I do not have time for the negative. You must release what no longer serves you to allow the good things to come in. And if we stay in that process of toxicity, we're not allowing the goodness to come in. And that's what I did. I jumped all in, and it was scary, and it's still scary. But let me tell you, I am more excited now than I have been in the last year. I know where I'm going. And just to see the excitement, and the more you lean in, the more the beauty will come to you. And so I want you to really, really think about what that value is to you. Who cares what everybody else says? Who cares what they think? You know what's funny is somebody said that to me. Well, this is like a scam. It's a pyramid scheme. Yeah, because scams and pyramid schemes pay me. I got a paycheck, baby. I'm good. I'm good. And you know what? I leaned into trust, and let me tell you, I got a paycheck and I'm pretty happy with my paycheck. So again, it's all good because it's not about me. It's about them. And I'm triggering something in them. There's a lot of PTSD in this industry. There's a lot of haters, a lot of people that don't believe, because if they can't see it and they can't touch it and they can't open it up, they don't believe in it. So our job is to show them the vision and to let them see what we see. And our job is really just to share that impactful story and let them decide. And if they want to take a back seat and be on the bench and just watch the game, that's all good. But I'm going to be front and center because we're going big time. And I might fall, but it's okay because I'm not alone. And so in those moments of darkness where, like, I was pulling my leads today, and I was telling Stacy this, I was pulling the leads in our downline team. There's over 1,000 leads just sitting there, just hanging out, that haven't come affiliate, influencer pro. Who's reaching out to these people? Those are people that are looking for an opportunity. And if you don't ask them, someone else will. If you don't ask them, the answer is already no. You saying no does not affect me, but it affects you. Because if I wasn't given this opportunity, it wouldn't have changed my life. And I know there's people on this call that are here because I said yes. I said yes. And then because she said yes, she's here. And because she said yes, he's here. So go reaching for those. I just got chills. Go reaching for the yes and believe in what you're doing and block the noise, because you guys, we have something so magical on our hands. And there's a lot of people that don't see the vision, and it's okay, because we do. And there's people out there waiting for you to pave the path so that they can take a leap of faith, because if they can see you doing it, it gives them hope that they can do it. Sometimes people don't see what's potential inside of them. And that's what I love about this. When Candace says freedom, it's the real deal. You are the brand. We teach us in this industry, you're the brand. What do you like? What do you believe in? What is important to you? What do you want to share? And if a vendor decides to leave, it's all good. I got a million other vendors I can go with. You're in full control of your paycheck, what you sell, how you sell it, when you sell it. You can go travel the world and have a conversation with literally anybody on the planet and share your vision. You are so much more in control now than you've ever been. And that can be scary, but I think that is the beauty of what we have our hands on. This is my last dance. Sarah said it too. This is it. I'm a team builder, but this is it for me, because I'm not jumping to another company and another product. I'm going all in, and it's whatever I want it to be. So the people that are judging and the people, the toxicity that comes in, they're just here to make you stronger and make you believe in it. So see the value in what you want and go all in, and do not doubt yourself. And when you have a thought and you want to reach out and you feel like doing it, do it, because that's your natural instinct talking to you. We have that natural instinct inside all of us. It's there to guide us. It's a radar for you. It is these little messages, that little whisper that goes, I wonder if this person would be interested. What about this? Those are little whispers coming because your soul already knows what it wants. Your soul already has decided this path is for you. And the more you lean into it, the more the messages will get, the whispers, it'll just get louder. And the more you listen to it, you guys, I could tell you stories, the things that have happened since I've said yes, how it all has played out, because you're here. There's a path for you. Whatever that is, there's a path for you. So embrace it, welcome it, and just block out the negative, because you don't have time for the negative, because we have something so magical here. It's going to shine beyond the negative. And I'm just so excited about every single thing that we have our hands on. And I'm just so proud of what we've accomplished so far. And I'm really honored to be a part of this team, every single one of you. And thank you, Stacey, for allowing me to speak on something that I truly believe is going to change everything for all of us. And all we got to do is lean into our own faith and our own trust in what's coming. So thank you.
Oh my gosh, that's so good. We need to probably just record that, and you guys need to play it in the morning, because now we're all going to bed. We're all charged up and ready to charge the hill, and it's 9:30 at night for you guys. So you need to record this, and tomorrow as you're brushing your teeth and you're getting ready for your day, if you're feeling a little slow before you've had your cup of coffee, put Stephanie's training on and fire yourself back up, get ready to go, and get out there and conquer it, because you guys, it's out there. It really is a world of abundance. And if someone's telling you it's not, it's because that's their belief, that's their viewpoint, that's what they think. It's not what you think, it's not what's made for you. Don't let someone else's limiting beliefs stop you from getting yours. And that's what it's about. I was on Instagram today, and I'm rarely on it, but I things happen so that, because you need to see it, right? And I happened to see a video. It was my first video that I popped on it, and it was from Dan Fleischman. And so if you guys know who Dan Fleischman is, he's one of the super vendors. He is the youngest guy or youngest person in history to have taken a company public. The youngest in history, Guinness Book of World Records, it's all the things. And he is an angel investor in massive companies. And one of the things that he posted was, and I think it's today, so you'll have to look and see, but it was an interview that he did that talked about how he lost $65 million company. And she was saying, what do you do when that happens? How do you get up? How do you keep going? And he said, you can't sit and cry about it, because it's easy to do that. If you cry about losing a company at $65 million, that's all you'll have all of the things that you're sitting there worried about. You have to get up and you have to keep going. And that's what I did, because movement puts you in a situation where things are going forward and you feel progress and you feel movement. And if you don't have that, you'll never feel that. And so you have to force yourself to get up when you get knocked down, when you have a disappointment, when things don't go the way that you want them to. You just have to move. You have to get up and make small steps forward, because before you know it, you'll be running. And before you know it, those small steps lead to big steps. But if you stay in one place and you allow yourself to be brought down by those things, you will never move forward. And so that's the message. And I saw it. And it's so funny that that's kind of what you're talking about too today, Stephanie, that it's
Not funny. It's meant to be. It's all
Yep,
aligned. You
it's-
saw that
yep,
today. This is the message, you guys. It's loud. I
Yep.
love it.
It's the universe telling you that. So I highly suggest you look it up, because he's actually a part of our company. And it's a perfect message from him, because he's a part of our company as well. And I highly suggest it, because I think it's very, very pertinent. He also actually, I think it's a larger or a longer interview. It looks like it's a podcast. So depending upon if you have time, look it up and take a look at it, because I think it's probably a great message. Okay, so what we have this week, so this is actually not this week, this is next week's. This is on here because I just was trying to represent today, and when we were doing, nope, I'm a liar. This is all next week. I did do it next week. Okay, so Monday is the opportunity Zoom that we talked about. We're gonna do 2 next week, Monday and Thursday. I'm doing them slightly earlier because the East Coast people, I know you guys, it's late for you, so we're gonna do them at 5. There will be a recording. So if for some reason the people that you want on there can't get on, I will have a recording for it. We'll make it public on our, I have a YouTube for our team and for our group, and I'll make those public so that you can share them, and I'll segment them out, like I said. And then next Tuesday, we're going to try to do the Zoom for our team on Tuesday. The only reason this will change is if there is something corporate wise that gets put on that time and I need to bump it. I'm hoping very, very, very soon we get to a point where corporate has they'll figure out their times that they're going to do weekly Zooms, whether it's like something regular or weekly or monthly, and then we can kind of get into a groove as well and find a time. So I apologize for the times that it does shift around, but this is the season of where we're at, as things are just they're shifting around a little bit. I know there was a couple people that said they did not have the Telegram. So you can scan this. I will also put the PDF of all the slides today into Telegram as well under announcements. So you can look for them there and scan it as well. The bottom one is our group. The top one is the Shopley Telegram group itself. And then the last thing is the calendar. So I have 2 Google calendars that I created. One is our events and the other one are Shopley events. Every time we have a Shopley corporate event that is for everybody, I load it into that calendar. If you click that QR code and download it, it will actually put that calendar into your native calendar on whatever device that you're on. So that way those will populate into your calendar, and you'll always know what's going on at the corporate level when it's happening. The last thing I'm going to show you really quick, just because a couple of you were asking and you didn't know where the pinned stuff is. I'm going to show you Telegram really quick. So this is the desktop version. So it's slightly different. On your phone, it will look semi-similar. When you go to our chat, so the Influencer Pro chat, if you go to General, at the very top, there's going to be something that says pinned message. When you click that, it'll take you to the actual message when I first pinned it the very first time, and you'll see the link. So every time I add a new link, I'll add it to that old message because it stays pinned. And what it says is the welcome video templates and then the drive that they exist in. And so you'll be able to download them from there. So every time I add stuff, it'll always be in General, and it'll always be on that pinned thread, so you can find it there. I think that's all that I have for today. Let me look and see if there's anything else. When will the site be live for customers? So everything is coming soon. So they're in the process of doing all of the vendor things, all of Shopley U. Tonight I'm finishing up Shopley U stuff. So hopefully that will launch within the next 24 to 48 hours. The customer stuff will probably launch within the next 7 days. I'm kind of guessing. That's a rough estimate. There's the PQV got lowered for September. So this is actually super, super important that you guys make sure you know. The requirement that you have to be active is 30 PQV, which means as soon as your subscription goes through, you've met your PQV requirement for the month. So you don't have to have products, you don't have to have vendors, you don't have to have anything else to meet your minimum requirement for the month, which means all you have to focus on is getting affiliates and influencers or influencer pros this month. So that should be your main focus. If you're feeling any kind of way, I would highly suggest affiliates because that's the easiest path right now. It's free. If you're worried about bringing anybody in for any reason, affiliates right now, they're coming in for free. So that expectation is very, very different. I would focus on that. Just focus on 5 conversations, talking to 5 new people, getting them onto the opportunity Zoom this next week, and focus on getting 5 affiliates to say yes to the process. And then we'll take it from there. Then as we kind of progress through and more things become available for you guys. I will get the recording of this out to you guys so that you have it. The QR codes, Yvette, are also in the Telegram. If you go to announcements, they're in every single week under the PDF for our team Zooms. So you can find them there as well. Well, I think that's it. Anyone have anything else that they want to say? Any of the leaders want to pop on and say one thing? Bonsai, go ahead.
First of all, thank you so much, Stacy. You are incredible. I mean, literally, I tell you what, I would throw up half the stuff you're talking about. Thank goodness. Half of my team are on to learn from you. So grateful for you. I want to add on what Stephanie just mentioned this evening. Stephanie was money. Appreciate you so much for that. Great message. Stephanie, I want to tie on about the vision. It's about vision, what we're doing. My teacher, John C. Maxwell, talks about vision. Vision is like taking a bath. It's like personal development. Does that mean, what does that mean? I mean, you got to work on it every day. Just because you took a bath yesterday, take a shower yesterday, you still got to take one tomorrow or today. Same thing, personal development. You got to work on every single day. Vision work, same concept. So if you want to continue to have that vision, constantly plug in one way, shape, or form. You might not fit my message. You might not understand my language. My English might not be perfect, but you understand Stephanie, you understand Stacy. Get on it, plug in every single day, get your vision strong. That's how we're working on it. With that, thank you so much, everybody. Back to you.
Oh, thanks, Bonsai. I don't know about you, but I don't take baths every day. So I'm just kidding.
Shower.
Okay. Oh yeah, I shower. I don't take baths. No, I'm just
That's what I
kidding.
meant. Shower.
All right. Anyone have anything else to say or wrap up or comments? Okay. Thank you guys so much, Stephanie, Candace, Sarah, Bonsai. You guys, thanks so much, Tim, all of you guys for being on. I love you guys. Have a great night, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.